Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now in this video, I'm going to be doing another review and comparison. This time, it's going to be a comparison between the DC Multiverse Batman Begins regular and gold label version. Now I am kind of surprised that McFarlane did not make the Fear Toxin version of Batman into a platinum edition. I guess McFarlane is confident that this fear toxin version of Batman will still sell well. And well, to be honest, it's Batman. Of course, it will still sell well. So I guess they made the right decision. Anyway, for the packaging, here's the front of the box with the open window where you can see clearly the figure. The gold label, having that huge gold label sticker on the right side. Then the side of the box, it says Batman Begins. The back of the box shows a picture of, I think I remember this as the movie poster. On the other side is a small extension of the open window where you can see a little bit of the figure. Then there's the top of the packaging and the bottom of the packaging. So here's the bottom of the packaging for the normal release. And then here's the bottom of the packaging for the gold label. Anyway, let us unbox this and see if McFarlane did justice to this version of Batman in action figure form. So here is everything out of the box. So they both came with the same art card with the short biography at the back. So if you guys want to read it, you can pause it now. Then they came with the same DC Multiverse base or stand with the light shade of the DC logo. They both came with the same identical grappling gun. So no difference there. They came with the same batarang. Now for the alternate hands, they both came with the closed fist. This is the left side closed fist. Oh no, it's not actually a closed fist. It's actually holding something around something, but they didn't paint it differently. That's why I did not notice it. So yeah, I just kind of wish they painted whatever is holding differently, maybe silver or something, so that because now that I look at it closer, I that's just how I noticed that he's holding something. But on a distance, I just kind of thought that these were close fists. So they both have that, and then this is actually what I like the most. They both have this hand wherein he's holding three batarangs. Whether you want to post him uh, in the process of throwing three batarangs or using the batarangs as claws. This looks really cool. This looks really cool. Anyway, that is all for the weapons and accessories. Now let us have a closer look at the figure and start the comparison. Now, first, here's a complete 360-degree look of the regular release. Now, here's a complete 360-degree look of the gold label version. Now, obviously, this is the I can't say nightmare version. I think the more exact way to describe this is more like the peer toxin version. This is how Scarecrow saw Batman when he was infected by his own fear toxin. And I've always thought that that was really a cool look, and I'm glad that McFarlane actually created an action figure of the said fear toxin Batman version. Now let's have a close-up look of the two figure. Now, overall, at first glance, you can see that both figures were matte finish, and I like that. The regular version is actually more like a clean matte finish, but what I don't like is that the gauntlet are made of glossy paint, and then the boots are also made of glossy black. I think those glossy portion kind of destroy the whole aesthetic of this matte finish costume. I kind of wish that they just didn't make those gauntlet and those boots glossy. On the other end, the Fear Toxin Batman is painted in a way that is it is kind of there's this white shading, and I'm pretty sure that it is actually a pretty well made. The paint job of this figure is actually pretty well made. I like it. But again, my problem is that the glossy gauntlet is still there, and there isn't even any of the shading that they did on it compared to the other part of the figure. Luckily, though, on the boots, they did do that light shading, so it looks better. So they did right on the boots of the gold label version. I'm just kind of surprised that when it comes to the gauntlet, they kept it glossy. Now, one thing I noticed that the glossy portions actually on the back, the shaded portion is only done at the front of the figure. And look at that. Then at the back, it's the full gloss. Anyway, let's do a close up of the front of the figure. So there's the head sculpt of the gold label edition. I like this head sculpt. I think it was well made and well painted. And there's the front, the complete close up of the front. And yeah, I like the light shading that they did on it. I think it matches the whole aesthetic of the figure. And on the regular version, I think the head sculpt is done pretty well. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people will be complaining that they made it in a way that it has head articulation, wherein I think to be movie accurate, it shouldn't have. The cowl should be one piece with the neck and shouldn't be able to move, to be movie accurate. But if you're giving me a choice to on giving articulation on an action figure or making it movie accurate, consider these are movie figures. I'll be honest, I'll choose the movie accuracy. I was actually gonna say the articulation, but nah, I'll be lying. Yeah, so I guess I'm one of those people who kind of wish that they stayed true to the movie version and didn't have articulation in the head. But yeah, an additional articulation is always good, unless you are like me, who really likes accuracy on my movie figures. Anyway, here's a close-up look at the full front of the figure. There's the body armor, the Batman. Man, McFarlane sculpted this figure pretty well. This is actually one thing that I'm gonna miss with McFarlane. When it comes to sculpt, they are good in sculpting. They just really need to improve on their proportion and scaling and investing on pinless technology. If McFarlane invested on pinless technology and focused more on the proportions of their figure, to be honest, they will be unstoppable because when it comes to sculpt, for me, they are the best compared to the other brands. Now here's a close-up of the side of the figures. Again, Perlane invests on pinless technology. You will be unstoppable in the figure industry if you just invest on that and have someone who will really be focused on checking the proportions of your figure. Here's a close up of the other side. I'm not specifically saying when I said proportion to this specific figure, I'm talking in general. Because when it comes to the movie figures, I think this is where McFarlane is at their best. While I'm looking at this figure now, I think this is gonna be another one of the best releases by McFarlane. No wonder their Dark Knight Rises figures always sells out. I think McFarlane found their niche here. Now here's the back of the figure. Now I kind of wish if there's an improvement that McFarlane need to do is that they should change this material that they are using for the cape of the figure because it's the glossy finish of this material just doesn't mix well with the overall aesthetics of your figure. Choose a material that is more on the matte finish, matte color. So there's the back, which is mostly covered by the cape. And here's the back of the figure without the cape on the way. And I noticed that they are basically the same when it comes to the back, which is the McFarlane way. Because on the regular version, it's okay because it's expected it should be normal. But on this one, I guess we're gonna be hearing again the saying that, well, you are not gonna look at or display the figure at the back, so why put that light shading on the back? There's isn't any light shading at the back, and if you will look at it, as I said before, the boots are 100% glossy here. So the light shading is only done in the front of the figure, I guess to cut costs. Now for articulation, since they basically have the same mold except for the head, I'm just gonna do the articulation of the regular release. So for the head articulation, you can look down. You cannot look up, side to side, and that. Well, since McFarlane has really improved on the head sculpt of their figure, this looks like a pretty good Christian Bale head sculpt. Anyway, since they don't have the same head sculpt, I guess I'm just also gonna do the articulation of this pure toxin Batman. Man, this type of look or creature is really where McFarlane shines. That's why I never doubted that they're also gonna create this version of the figure. So we can look down that far. This one can actually look up a little. So this has better articulation than the normal head sculpt. Side to side, then that. Okay, so let's go back to the regular version and continue on the articulation. So they can do the T pose. You can rotate it, T pose, and then yeah, this does give him some uh, butterfly articulation, but not much. Not much. He has the bicep cut. Oh, okay. This part of the shoulder pad is connected to the biceps, so when you rotate it, it will go with it. Um, yeah, it's made of soap rubber, so you can still fully rotate it. Then double jointed elbow and double jointed peg. So we can do this. Now for the abdominal cut, can do that. Then for the waist rotation, it does a waist rotation using both connection. Yep, McFarlane figures can really lean back pretty well. But when it comes to leaning forward, again, that's McFarlane figures' weakness. Their figures can't lean forward. Then side to side, it's pretty great. Now for the leg, the thigh articulation is pretty much non-existent on this copy. But they can kick forward that far and they can kick backward that far. Double jointed knee. Then for the ankle, it does have that articulation to rotate it. Then ankle pivot does have ankle pivot. Then you can move it back and forward, and then of course toe articulation. And it can do the bend down pretty well. Unfortunately, guys, I don't have any of my movie figures from McFarlane available right now. They are all in storage. The only live action figure that I have here is the Christopher Reeve Superman, so that's how he scales with this figure. And my new go-to Superman, the Silver Age Superman, so that's how he scales with that figure. And the new Power Girl, that's how the figure scales with the new Power Girl. And Batman, the Cowardly Lot version. So that's how he scales with these figures. Overall, I think the only thing that might make collectors decide not to get this figure is the fact that the cowl is made into two pieces for articulation, so it is not that movie accurate. But I don't know, guys. I think you're gonna be missing a lot if you don't get this because, again, I'm pretty sure this figure might already be sold out. McFarlane knew the Dark Knight, the Dark Knight action movie action figures really sells, and yeah, they do sell. And to be honest, this is one of McFarlane's best figures. They really found their niche when it comes to movie figures, especially when it comes to the Dark Knight figures. They do really look pretty good. Now, again, I'm not sure if the gold label version is something that is necessary for your collection. I guess unless if you're a completionist, maybe. But if you are if you will choose between this figure, of course, I'm pretty sure that the most chase figure on this one would be the regular version. Anyway, guys, if you've reached this part of my video, thanks a lot. If you like my video, please don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, guys, enjoy life and keep collecting.